Let's go to the main menu and click Guides. Type in Precept. Locate under the Workflows menu, Precept Chapter Study. Let's go ahead and type in a passage. Let's type in Romans 4:5, and then click the Romans 4:5 menu option listed below. Let's expand the window so we fill up our full screen. As you can see, there are 4 major steps with the Precept Chapter Study. Getting started, which is introducing you to the whole workflow. Then the 3 key steps: observation, discovering what it says; interpretation, discover what it means; and application, discover how it works. Now, one of the things that I really appreciate about this particular workflow is it's not only thorough, but it is easy to follow. And really thrilled with what Logos has done with this. I'm a former Precept teacher myself, been trained in Chattanooga, and actually worked with the ministry for a period of time. And so you can see here with the beginning, begin with prayer, overview of inductive Bible study. So you can get a little bit of training from this step, just giving you a quick overview of what it really means to do inductive Bible study. It's going to give you some help on asking questions and marking the text, looking into the background of the book, and determine the type of literature for the chapter. And again, all these are simple statements, explanations, with some Logos tools inserted along the way as we've seen before. Where this methodology gets really interesting is here in step 2. Look at this. They have broken down each of the 5 W's and H questions, asking who. You get the verse, you write your observations, and away you go. So very straightforward. Then they have, after the 5 W's and H, we have marking keywords and phrases. You'll notice that there's not a direct link to the highlighting toolbar. That's okay. You'll open it yourself by going to Tools and then typing in the word hi and click highlighting. And now you're able to go through with the markup tools. You can use the inductive precept or you can create your own, however you want to proceed. Now, in addition to this, they give you some specific things to look for. Look for lists. Watch for contrasts and comparisons. Note expressions of time. Identify terms of conclusion, and develop a chapter theme. These are the main steps of the inductive study process. Now, the way they help you is, for example, let me go to watch for contrasts and comparisons. And you can see here that Logos provides instructions of what those might be. If we go to notes of expressions of time, we can see those right here. So Logos is training you with this precept chapter study on how to study inductively. Here's the terms of conclusions as well. And then chapter themes is where you're going to type this information out. Now, the third step is interpretation. The third step in this workflow is interpretation, but technically it's the second step of inductive Bible study. So you're summarizing, you're letting Scripture interpret Scripture. So there's some cross-references. We've got a link to the people in the Scriptures. This is real handy. You can examine the historical context with the timeline. We have the important words tool embedded in here, as we've seen so many times before, and then examine commentary discussion. So right away into the commentaries, now that you've done your research. The fourth step in the workflow, or the third step in inductive Bible study process, is application. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward. You're going to identify the passage's theological principles. So we expand that. We can see the thematic outlines being included. We have apply the meaning of Scripture to your life. And then, of course, the last step, share with others. So if you're unfamiliar with inductive Bible study, this is a fantastic workflow to get you introduced to the concept and give you some steps to practice it. Let's go ahead and click the Close All Panels here at the top right.